The life of majority of Nigerians have been successfully subjected to daily struggle just so they can barely afford daily needs, which are food, clothes, and shelter. And because the cost of these needs is nothing near cheap for the common man, the struggle is intensified, which is a deliberate act from the leadership just so they can successfully bend the will of these masses to do their biddings and continue to look up to them for crumbs as aid, because they understand that a hungry man barely considers the long term in his current decision making, as his focus is in solving his immediate need, which is obviously hunger and surviving just one more day. All his focus is in affording bread daily for himself and his household. So when politicians come with their bait called rice during campaign, he stretches out his hand before they even say come and take, because to him this will at least quench hunger a few more days, understanding the struggle he goes through just to make available a loaf of bread for himself and his family. And he willfully hands over his birthright in exchange for this crumb that will not even sustain him for a week, while his suffering is intensified. As this pattern becomes a norm, he is not allowed to live his full potential. I mean, where are the enabling environment? Where are the opportunities? He does not have a level playing ground to thrive. So, as he focuses his grind on providing bread, time gradually leaves him and age comes knocking and his opportunities becomes limited. The baton is handed over to his descendants, who are convinced that some certain opportunities are not meant for the poor and downtrodden like them. But there are people who should know better that poses themselves as spiritual leaders to these less privileged masses. And instead of doing the needful to open the mind of these less privileged to the knowledge they now lack, and physically leading them to liberation by championing this cause, because they have what it takes. Their voice can go head to head with these politicians, and they know what the politicians know. They have the masses behind them. They can lead an army. But sadly so, the reverse has been the case. Now I am forced to ask, do we truly have spiritual leaders in our places of worship, or an extension of politicians who poses themselves as Prophet Eli and Prophet Samuel, carrying spiritual books? I hope to get an answer soon. And I hope this meets us well, because now this be the problem. See you on the next video. Thank you.